Race number 6 up to the 1,800 metres here for the 6th. It's the Kowloon Park Handicap. Class 3 as well, headed by Rule V. One of two in the race for Paul O'Sullivan, a last start winner over this trip at Happy Valley. All weather for the first time, though. Sky Melody won over the 1650 at the Valley in September. All weather for the first time as him. Willie Way, the second of the O'Sullivan runners. He's 2 out of 4 course and distance. Flying Quest, a last start winner again over this trip at the Valley. Travel First goes up in class for the last start course and distance win. Sylvester de Sosa will be on board from barrier 4. Grand Master, the last start winner. He goes up in class. Remarkable. He's 1 from 1 course and distance. Joe Mayer ride from barrier 2. The pacifier and the cowl comes off. He's been up at Chungfar and back as well. Remarkable in the last 30 days, as has Sky Melody. And Travel First, the last start winner.
Yeah, we've got a change of proceedings here, Andrew. We've gone from a couple of races where there's not a lot of form to work with at all to this one that's got 4 last start winners in it. It's going to be interesting to see how they unfold. Travel First obviously won, as is Grand Master. And then you've got Flying Quest and also Rule V, the other two. So how they'll shuffle around is yet to be seen.
He's one of those last start winners, Travel First, and he's still well rated. He's won off a rating of 78. He's now up to 67. He's put on 31 pounds, but it doesn't look like it when you look at him there compared to his last start. So he's put on a bit of weight, that's just a note. So long as a horse that generally works well on the surface and the hood will go back on him. I think his best run, he's still a maiden here, but his best run has been on this surface when he ran 4th. It's his best effort to date, Zalong. And the other one we're looking at here is Remarkable. He's under a pretty strong hold here behind Nakoni Express, who's been running well in recent times. And Remarkable, he's doing it nicely, and he loves the surface, obviously.
All right, OK, this is 6th event, so another quartet first 4 merged pool. Also the first leg of the treble as well, race number 6. We'll start off the search here for the winner with Paul O'Sullivan, with 2 in the race, Rule V and Willie Way.
Paul, a couple of runners in the Class 3 1800. Rule V, the first of them. Good win at Happy Valley last month. How did you rate that performance?
Yeah, it was a good game when he sort of got a nice run in the race and then boxed on very well. He's trialled particularly good on the all-weather on a number of occasions, so as this race comes along, it's a good opportunity.
He's had a maintenance trial on the all-weather, his first start on the all-weather. Has he given you the impression that he will handle that? Yeah,
every time he's trialled on it, Sam's reported that he handles it very well, and he's getting up a bit in the weights and he's getting up a bit in class, so we've just got to try something a little bit different.
You've also got Willie Way in the race, won first up back in October. What was the story last start?
Yeah, it was very flat at the second start. He might have been feeling the effects of his first up run, so freshened him up, and he's trialled particularly well, and he's very well suited to the all-weather and the 1800.
Quite a start to the season. You've had the least amount of runners out of anybody. How's the rest of the team shaping up?
Yeah, they're pretty good. We had a pretty good year last year. A lot of horses are high in the handicap, going to have to come down a bit, but we've got a lot of young horses that haven't trialled, haven't raced yet, so it's back half of the season should be pretty strong.
I'd say he's got 2 live chances here with these 2.
Yep, definitely. Both certainly got claims in the race, I would have thought.
Yeah, I got them both in. I thought Willie Way's going really nicely and is suited by this all-weather. This is perfect for him.
All right, well, let's have a look at Willie Way in actual fact. Winning on the turf, but over this trip, the 1800.
Yeah, and you could hear Paul O'Sullivan say that start after this, the old second up syndrome got him. He ran a bit flat, but this was a good win on the grass because he'd never really done this before. Most of his wins have been on the all-weather. He'd won twice. This is a second win on the grass, but it was a long time ago before he won his previous one. 10 starts on the all-weather for 3 wins.
That horse to his outside, Great Treasure in the race as well. He's gone on and had a pretty good time of things too since that performance. So you give them both a shout.
All right, OK. What about Flying Quest? More winning form here again. The trip won't be a concern, but Flying Quest switches back to the all-weather. Just the second time he's been on the day.
Last season he had 12 runs and had just 1 third, a couple of fourths. He dropped a long way down in the handicap. He started off this season terrifically well with 2 wins from his 5 starts and a third and a fourth. Back up to a rating now of 67. Just his second run on the surface. I think there's still more rating points in him, but I'm not sure about the dirt.
Yeah, I prefer him to probably see him at Happy Valley the way things are going. But as you say, he's only had the 1 try on it, so you can't say he doesn't like it.
All right, Grandmaster we'll have a look at now. Travel first in the race as well. Grandmaster looks like 1,800 metres shouldn't be a problem, but both these wins have been over the 1650.
Worth showing this because Travel First here was run over by Grandmaster, who came from behind, and obviously Superior Boy will run on earlier on in the day or earlier on in the night, as will Sunshine Universe down on the rail. But Travel First after this came out and got a very soft time of things on the lead and won well.
Yeah, the question I've got with Grandmaster is, has been declared a roarer in the past. And I just wonder if 1,800 metres might just extend him a little bit.
The other thing is Neil Callan knows him particularly well and has had a lot of success on him. Not taking anything away from Alexi Bedell, but Neil has been able to get the best out of him before.
All right, but Sky Melody has come as our favourite, Paul.
Yeah, I think he's a chance, Sky Melody, but it's a really nice open race. I've gone with some value. I think Willie Way is really well suited here. He's a course and distance specialist and is a 3-time winner on this all-weather. So I've got him on top, Willie Way, to beat Travel First. If he gets his own way in front, we saw what happened last time, and he's still a really well-rated horse. Remarkable, he's coming back to some form on the all-weather. Forget his last start, that was on the turf, but now he's back to the all-weather. I think he can run nicely on the surface. And Rule D, I like this trial. He's by Tavistock, so he should be okay on it. 4, 7, 12 and 1. But if Willie Way starts double figures, I'm happy to go each way on him.
It's a race where I'm going to shop for a little bit of value. There are 4 last start winners. I'm going to take a little chance with Cheerful Star, former French galloper who was very consistent from his 9 starts, 2 wins, 6 minors. He was also a winner on a heavy track. I think that plays a little bit of a part in him coming onto the all-weather. I think coming onto the all-weather will help him. Although he's had 1 run on in the past, he wasn't in any form. But I saw a hint of form from him 2 starts ago with that run behind Nam Jong Plus. He's also gone okay recently in a trial on the all-weather, which Zach Purton rode, but obviously Zach Purton's not riding. So I think he probably would have ridden this potentially had it have been a meeting where he wasn't suspended. So he's the value for me, 3, 4, 12, 7, little shy at the stumps with him.
All right, final leg of the TT. There's only one number that crops up across all our numbers, and that's Travel First. So it is a good race, and I think you can make an argument for a few of them in that one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, that is race number 6.